Hello class, my name is Mr. Bolskis, or you can call me Mr. B for short. And today I'm going to go over multiplication using number lines. So go ahead and get out a couple of pieces of paper. Now the first thing we're going to go ahead and go over is vocabulary. Now the first vocabulary word we have is number line. Now a number line is a line in which numbers are marked at certain intervals. Now you may be asking what an interval is. All an interval is just each individual line that you count out. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You'll mark the numbers on that line. The second vocabulary word we have is multiplication. Now multiplication is a process that gives you the total number when you join equal groups. So equal groups will be maybe like 3 times 2, 2 times 4, and 2 would be the groups, and 3 would be the when you join them together. So it would just be 2 times 2 is 2 groups of 2, 2 times. I know it sounds a little confusing, but I'll go ahead and get into that a little bit later on. Now the next vocabulary words we have is steps and jumps. Now steps are how many individual lines are in each jump. And when you have a question, like let's say 4 times 1, the first number would be how many steps you have. And the second number are your jumps. Now what jumps are the amount of times you're going to move on the number line. So as you can see here, and again, jumps are their second number. Now let's go ahead and go over our math steps. The first math step we have is number 1. Look at the question and find your steps and your jumps. Once you have your steps and your jumps written down, you can go ahead and move on to math step number 2, which is go to the number line and place your pencil on the 0. Once that is done, you can go ahead and go to step number 3. From 0, count out your steps and make your first jump. And once you have your first jump, you can go ahead and go to step number 4 to continue counting your steps out until you have all your jumps. So let's go ahead and go over some practice problems. The first practice problem we have would be 1 times 5. Okay. So again, go to the first step. We're going to find our steps and our jumps. The first number, again guys, is always the steps, and the second number is always the jumps. So the first number is 1. That's how many steps we have. And the jumps we have is 5. Okay. So step number 2, place our pencil on 0. And from there, we go to step number 3, which is to go ahead and count out our first jump. Count out our steps and make our first jump. So let's count our steps. 1 step. 1. Our first jump right there. And from there, we go to number 4. We continue to count our steps until we have all our jumps. So we have 5 jumps. Let's count the next step. That's our second jump. Let's go to our next step. 1 step over. The third jump. The next step. The 4th jump. And our last step, 1 step. The 5th jump. And from there, whatever number your last jump lands on, if done correctly, should be the answer to the question. So let's make sure we have 5 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Each jump is 1 step. So our answer would be 5. Anybody have any questions? No? Okay, so let's try another one right now. Let's go ahead and erase this real quick. Let's try 2 times 3. Okay? So again, let's go to our math steps. Find our steps and our jumps. First number is our steps, which is 2. Second number is our jumps, which is 3. So we're going to have 3 jumps in this one. Every jump is going to have 2 steps. So from there, we go to number 2. Place our pencil on 0. Once we do that, we can go to step 3. And that is to count out our steps and we make our first jump. So we have 2 steps. 1, 2, our first jump. From step 4, count all your steps until you have all your jumps. So we need 3 jumps. And remember guys, every jump is 2 steps. Let's count. We're on 2. 1, 2, jump. And then 1, 2, jump. Okay guys. So now we have 3 jumps, 1, 2, and 3. And each jump has 2 steps in it. 1, 2, jump. 1, 2, jump. 1, 2, jump. From there, the number we land on is 6. So that is the answer to 2 times 3. Does anybody else have any questions? No? Okay guys, so let's go ahead and try one more question. And you can go ahead and do the handout I passed out. The next question we're going to do is 3 times 3. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and go back to our math sets. First one, we find our steps and our jumps. Here we have the same number. So it's going to be 3 steps and 3 jumps. So from there we go to number 2, we place our pencil on 0. And after we do that, we go to step 3. Step 3 is to go ahead and count out our steps and make our first jump. So we have 1, 2, 3, our first jump. And remember guys, we have 3 jumps. So we go to continue to number 4. We continue to count your steps until you have all the jumps. So we have, starting from where we left off, 1, 2, 3, we make a jump. Then we need one more jump. So we count 1, 2, and 3, make a jump. So let's go ahead and go over and make sure we have 3 jumps, 1, 2, and 3. And each jump has 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, and a jump. 1, 2, 3, and a jump. For the last one, 1, 2, 3, and a jump. So the number we landed on is 9. And that is the answer to 3 times 3. Now guys, does anybody have any other questions? No? Okay, go ahead, get into your groups, and complete the handout. I'm going to give you guys 15 minutes. And then from there, we can go ahead and go over any questions you may have from the handout. Okay guys, so these are the 2 biggest questions that we had asked on the handout. The first one is going to be 4 times 2. Okay guys, so remember our steps. Go ahead and find our steps and our jumps. First number is our steps. So it's just 4. Second number is our jumps, which is 2. And then from there we go to step number 2. We place our pencil on 0. And from there guys, we go to step 3. From 0 we count out our steps and we make our first jump. So remember we have 4 steps. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4. First jump. Right there. Okay. We continue to step number 4. And we continue to count our steps until we have all our jumps made. So we need 2 more. We need 2 jumps. We need 1, and we already have 1. So let's count 4 more steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's right here. So, and we jump. Okay, guys. So class, let's go ahead and count out our steps and our jumps. We have 2 jumps. 1, 2. And each jump is 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a jump. Michael, behave. So, And the number we landed on the last jump is 8. So the answer is 8. So 4 times 2 equals 8. Okay, guys? And the second second question you guys had answered, the second question on the workshop, the handout that you guys had question on was 5 times 3. So again, guys, we go ahead and move to our math steps. We go ahead and go to the first one. We find our steps and our jumps. So the first number is our steps, which is 5. The second number is our jumps, which is 3. Okay, guys? So from there, we move on to step number 2. We place our pencil on 0. And once we do that, we go to step number 3. From 0, we count out our steps and we make our first jump. So, remember, guys, we have 5 steps. And we're going to have 3 jumps. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On 5. Okay? And from there, we go to step number 4. We continue to count out our steps until we have all our jumps made. So let's count 5 again for the 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to 10. Okay? And remember, guys, we have 3 jumps. So let's count one more time. 5 steps from 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 15. So again, let's go ahead and go over. We have 3 jumps, 1, 2, and 3. Each jump has 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our second jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's our third jump. And the number we landed on is 15. Okay, guys? So that will be it for the lesson for today. Go ahead and pack up. Thank you, guys.